All right, welcome in RBC Heritage. Spreadsheet golf simulating all 4 rounds coming up right now. Come on in. Here's the ownership for this week. I changed the player pool a little bit. We stuck with kind of like the 60 golfer number, 10 guys in each tier-ish type of thing. But what I did is I took a more random sampling as opposed to just grabbing the top 60 players in the world. I took a little bit of a more random sampling down to, I think, 120 or 150 players in the world to get new guys in the field. And I think it worked out because look at tier 3, 4, and 5 ownership. Basically almost evenly spread out. Sung Jae and Scotty Scheffler lead the way in tier 3 with Colin Morikawa and Ian Poulter behind. Tier 4, pretty spread out. Victor Hovland, Ryan Palmer, and JT Poston over 20%. Tier 5, really spread out, but Jim Furyk holding court there as the highest owned golfer. But highest owned golfer for the entire event goes to Harris English, 62%. So maybe I did not do a great job of getting enough enticing guys in tier 6. Webb Simpson, 52%. Patrick Cantlay, 44%. The fact that Rory McIlroy and Jon Rahm are 16 and 12% is kind of crazy, considering Jon Rahm's been good. McIlroy's basically dominated this event and spreadsheet golf for the past couple of weeks. If you're new, what we're going to do is we're going to simulate all 4 rounds in a no-cut fashion over the next 45 minutes to an hour. We'll keep track of these lineups right here, which is what you're seeing. Who is in the paying position. So with 50, I believe we had 50 entries on the dot this week. Take out some of the PayPal fees that were sent via family and friends, and we're left with this number right here for the prize pool for this week. Obviously, all of it being paid out to the top 5 finishers, 30% to first place, 10% to 5th, and obviously the tiers in between that. That's basically it. Here's the leaderboard. We're playing Harbour Town. It's a par 71. We will simulate round 1, holes 1 through 9 to start, and we'll see where we are at. Let's not waste any more time. Let's do this before I jump into this. I'm hoping to have a fairly sizable announcement for Spreadsheet Golf next week. Hoping to release that on Monday. I think you guys will be excited about it. We will see. But I'm hoping to have some interesting news on Monday in regards to the future of Spreadsheet Golf. All right, here we go. Holes 1 through 9 on Thursday, opening round. Let's see who can jump out to a lead at Harbour Town, a place where driving accuracy trumps driving distance, and you got to be able to hit your irons and roll some putts in. If you're new, these random numbers are not official until I set them for everyone, so now they are official, and we are going to jump back to the leaderboard and see who's in first place. And Jason Day has gone out in 5 under 31, followed by Paul Casey. Paul Casey has played much better in Spreadsheet Golf the last couple of weeks. And then we've got some names here. I mean, guys like Aaron Wise, Charles Howell III, Nate Lashley, Nick Taylor. Nick Taylor's a winner on the PGA Tour. Doubled number 8, but he is still 3 under par. Rory McIlroy, Justin Rose, Terrell Hatton, Scotty Scheffler, Jim Furyk, very popular this week, and Vaughn Taylor, all 3 shots back at 2 under par. Let's go find Harris English. Here he is. Highest owned golfer in the field, 1 under par on his opening 9. That's out in 35. Again, this is a par 71. Any surprises down here? We've only played 9 holes. Jon Rahm got off to a slow start last week and ended up making a pretty strong comeback. I can't remember how he finished, but he did something similar where he went out in like 2 or 3 over on his opening 9 and then recovered for the rest of the week. Webb Simpson, 2 over par, only a double on number 4. That's the only thing, only non-par on his scorecard. Dustin Johnson, 4 over. Currently tied with the defending champion CT Pan in dead last place. Let's do 5 more holes. Or actually, I'll give you we'll do a whole round before we get into the scoring updates here. Don't want to get everybody's hopes up being a, first round leader here. Holes 10 through 13 are in the books. And Jason Day continues to hold on to his lead, but he is being chased. J Day, even par on the back thus far, but Aaron Wise has made a birdie to catch him at 5 under. Nick Taylor's made 2 to get to 5 under. Paul Casey and Scott Piercy have separated themselves, tied for 4th at 4 under par. Rory jumps into the top 10. Was he in the top 10 before? It's 2 under par, 3 shots off the lead. Let's see who else I can find here. JT in a tie for 29th at even par. Dustin did make a birdie, so he's 1 under on the back, trying to fight his way back into this thing. Where was Rahm? Am I missing Rahm somewhere? Oh, Rahm, 1 over on the back as well. He's 3 over right now. Webb Simpson also going in the wrong direction. He's gone double, a birdie and another double on the back. He has a lot of work to do. Luckily, it's a no par event. He's got plenty of time here. Where's Harris English? Here he is. Wow. Harris English is going to pay all of you guys off so far. 2 under through 14 holes in his opening round. Let's wrap up round number 1, 15, 16, 17, and 18. We'll check out who the first round leader is, and we will look to see who is currently in the lead for our competition here. All right, holes 15 through 19 on Thursday at Harbortown. We are official, and Jason Day is going to take the first round lead with Scotty Scheffler, who is a staple in events like this because of how many birdies and eagles he can make. Actually, Scotty Scheffler is currently your DraftKings fantasy point leader here because of the extra birdies that he has made. Sung J M finishes in an absolute flurry. He birdies 5 of his last 6 holes to get to 4 under par. Rory McIlroy tied for 4th with a big group at 3 under. Harris English in that group as well. Who else do we have here? Patrick Cantlay, tie for 33rd, 1 over. He did birdie number 18. Justin Thomas, a bit of a colorful scorecard, but he's at least making birdies. That's a good sign. He's 2 over par. He's got plenty of time left. Dustin Johnson finished 1 under on the back, tried to turn that round around. But it's JB Holmes and CT Pan bringing up the rear here. Rahm did make birdie on 2 of his last 3 holes, so he's 1 under, 6 off the lead. Slow start for Rahm like we saw last week. Let's go over to the scoring, to the leaderboard, see who's winning this. And it is going to be, through 1 round, Zach Amu, currently in first place. He is rocking a lineup of Patrick Cantlay, Matt Kuchar, Jason Day, JT Poston, Aaron Wise, and Troy Merritt. So, Cantlay was the chalk in Tier 1. Kuchar, second highest owned in Tier 2, but all those Webb Simpson owners are kind of getting punished a little bit right now. Jason Day out of Tier number 3, currently in the lead. That is the differentiator in that lineup. JT Poston, 20% out of Tier 4. Aaron Wise, only 4% out of Tier 5, and then Troy Merritt out of Tier 6. The Mojo King is in second. Yo-Yo Picks 1 is in third. Throw Mud is in fourth. And KD's In It to Win It is in fifth. Those are the current paying positions. It Be Brian, yo, currently in sixth. Then the Mojo King has another lineup in seventh. So we'll see how this shakes out. A lot of Harris English lineups. Sung Jae Im paying off a lot of the Tier 3 owners thus far. So we'll see if that can continue. Head back to the leaderboard here. Let me open up round number 2. If you want this spreadsheet, it should be in the description. If you want to follow along on this spreadsheet, it should be in the YouTube description. Excuse me. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go with round 2. We're going to play the front 9. Trying to see if there's anything else interesting here. Sung Jae with his closing 30. That was by far the best back 9. And it was actually the best 9 of the day. Jason Day's front 9 31 rivaled that, but Sung Jae finishes in a big way to jump up the leaderboard. Okay, let's head to the front 9 of, and I'll get these out of the way here. This is the front 9, round number 2, RBC Heritage, Harbortown. The front 9 is now official in the books. Let's see. Jason Day was your first round leader, tied with Scottie Scheffler. Neither of them are on the lead right now, as Paul Casey has gone out in a 4 under 32 to take the solo lead at 7 under par. Scottie Scheffler, just one shot back. He's playing okay. And Matt Kuchar, wow, look at this. Scoring conditions must be pretty prime down in Hilton Head right now, because we've got a 31 on the front from Kuchar to get him one shot off the lead. We have 2 30s from Brandt Snedeker and Dominic Bazzelli to get both of those guys to 5 under, just 2 back. Sung Jae, a little bit of a disappointment here. He's 1 over on his opening 9. He's now 4 shots off the lead. Are these 2 30s the best rounds of the day so far? They certainly are. Worst round of the day so far goes to Taylor Gooch. He goes out in 41. Webb Simpson continues to struggle. He is now in 59th place. He is 6 over par. That is not going to do it. Doesn't look like Webb Simpson's week. Jon Rahm, though, I told you, Jon Rahm, 2 weeks in a row, started slow on his opening 9, but is already turning it around. The back 9 for him in round 1 was 2 under par. He goes out in 3 under in round number 2. He's now 2 under for the tournament, which puts him only 5 shots back. We have seen him really fly at times, so he's definitely not out of this. Rory and Harris English remain tied in that group of, there's like 10 guys tied for 10th at 3 under par. So well within it. Oh, Bryson. Haven't even said Bryson's name yet. My favorite guy here. Bryson goes out in 33. He's in that group of golfers at 5 under with Jason Day, Troy Merritt, Snedeker, and Dom Bazzelli. Might get another Bryson win this week. He won the match play. And then last week for the Masters, was that last week? Has it been a week already since the Masters? Francesco Molinari won it. He was our first unowned winner. Hasn't happened in spreadsheet golf. Happened last week. Okay, let's do 5 more here. Holes 10 through 14 are official. We've got a new leader at the top. Scottie Scheffler has gone out, or I guess he's coming in, excuse me. 3 under so far through 5 holes. He has a 2-shot lead over Paul Casey. Casey bogeyed the 14th. It's a par 3. He bogeyed the 14th. And is now 2 shots back. He's in a group of guys tied in second. Casey, Kuchar, Snedeker. Victor Hovland trying to make a little bit of a move. He's 3 under on the back. Joaquin Niemann, 3 under on the back. A couple of young guys trying to fly up the leaderboard here. Jon Rahm, I told you he wasn't done because he continues to keep his foot on the gas pedal. Has made 2 more birdies on the back. He's 5 shots off the lead, now in a tie for 10th. So how quickly he turned that around. 2 weeks in a row now. He was like, 58th after his opening 9, but has really figured it out. As we scroll down, DJ's rebounded a little bit, currently in a tie for 36th. Buddies Jordan Spieth and Justin Thomas both tied for 44th. Webb Simpson's probably the biggest disappointment here. Brooks Koepka's down here too, and Hideki Matsuyama, T48 with Brooks Koepka. That's not going to get it done most weeks, and certainly not this week. There is no cut, though, so everyone will survive the next 4 holes and play their way into the weekend, but some might be too far back. Okay, 2 rounds in the books, and look, we've got a new leader. Every time I roll the dice here, we've got a new leader, and oh my gosh, look at this. Brandt Snedeker, who shot a 72 yesterday, a 1 over 72, flirted with a 59 today, and I will have to check the spreadsheet golf history books. But this has got to be the best round we've ever seen. A 60. Brandt Snedeker goes out in 6 under 30 and comes in 5 under 30 to shoot 11 under par. That has got to be, if someone who has been watching all of these, that's got to be the lowest score by pretty significantly, right? We might have had a 63. Maybe a 62, but I doubt it. An 11 under par 60 has got to be the best spreadsheet golf round we've ever seen. Pretty interesting that it's come from Snedeker, who has shot a 59. So we know he has this in him. We know he has the ability to go really, really low, and he shoots a 60 here to take a 2-shot lead into the weekend. That 2-shot lead is over Scottie Scheffler at 8 under par. Scheffler bogeyed the par 5 15th. Kuchar and Casey are in a tie for 3rd. Harris English, I guess, was the right pick out of Tier 6. Just 4 shots off the lead, 6 under par. Jon Rahm moved back just a little bit here. He doubled. Oh, wow. His back 9 was really, really good until he doubled 18. But he was, wow. He was 4 under on his back 9, and then he doubled 18. Rory struggled coming in. So Rory goes double on 15, bogey on 16. He's 1 under par. Dustin Johnson continues to move up. DJ might pass Rory in that first group. DJ birdies his last 2 holes. He's 1 under par. Same spot, same place as Rory is. Scroll down here. A lot of the same names down at the bottom. Not much movement at the bottom of this leaderboard. Jordan Spieth has moved up a little bit since the last time I rolled, but that's from like 45th to 38th. Nothing too crazy here. Don't see any, not a whole lot of movement from the bottom of the leaderboard. Worst round of the day, Taylor Gooch is 78. Best round of the day, obviously, Snedeker. And I think it was like 4 shots better than anybody else. Yeah, Johnny Vegas shot a 64. Sned shoots a 60. Wow. Crazy stuff. Okay, let's get you a scoring update here. See who's in the lead and how many people have Brandt Snedeker, because they're going to be pretty happy right now. Snedeker is 2% owned, which by my calculation should only be one guy. Who's got him? P. Hughes. P. Hughes is the only Brandt Snedeker owner. Now, while he receives a big benefit from that, he doesn't get as big of a benefit because the other guys in Tier 3 that are highly owned are also playing pretty well. Scotty Scheffler, of course, Sung Jae Im was playing well. But Snedeker in one lineup. How about that? So the leader right now, Throw Mud, with Rory, with Webb Simpson, shockingly. I mean, Tier 2 must really be... I mean, so many guys have Webb, 52%. He's playing terrible. Scotty Scheffler, Victor Hovland, Scott Piercy, Johnny Vegas for Throw Mud. Zach Amu in second. How about a Fresca in third? Soto Old 1990 in fourth. Austin Blasky in fifth. That is the current paying positions, with KD's in it to win it, and Pete Town Bulldogs just outside the current paying positions. So we will not have to pause for a cut here. There is no cut. I will just get the spreadsheet ready for round 3. I'll hide round 2 really quickly for real estate here. I'll hide round 4. Look at the gap in fantasy point scoring that Snedeker has opened up, and I can zoom this out a little bit here. Snedeker has 97 fantasy points, 18 more than Scotty Scheffler in second. How about that? Okay. We're going to do round 3 here. We will do the opening 9. Brandt Snedeker is 2 shots up on Scotty Scheffler. Here we go. Opening 9. In the books. And look at this. We've got new leaders. This is quite the tournament we've got going on. Every time I roll the dice, we've got new leaders. And it's Paul Casey and Matt Kuchar, who started the day at 7 under par together, have gone out in 3 under 33 each to get to 10 under par. Scotty Scheffler, 1 back. Brandt Snedeker, yeah, you kind of knew this was coming, right? Almost impossible to follow up a 60. Almost impossible to follow up a 60 with another good round. He is 2 over par, 8 under, and oh my gosh, Harris English continues to just... I'm shocked by this. This is probably the biggest surprise to me with how popular he was, and now he's paying it off. Oh, here's a name. John Rahm. Remember when 15 minutes ago he was in dead last place? Yeah, now he's in a tie for 5th, 3 off the lead because he's already 3 under. But the round of the day so far looks like... Is it Benny On's 32? I think it is. Benny On out in 32. That is currently the best round on the course. Morikawa has a 33. Chris Kirk is out in 33. A lot of 33s, but 32 is the best score we've got thus far. Okay. Sean asks, can we hide round 1? No. Because the way that I have this built, I have this merged. So if I hide round 1, we're going to lose the name. So I have to adjust my sheet. But little peek behind the curtain. If I hide round 1, we will not see the names. So I will fix that for later versions of this. But no, round 1 stays. So we've got round 1, round 3 in the scoring here so that we can see it. I'll give you a quick scoring update here because we're only halfway through round 3. But you can see we've got a new leader. I have not sorted these yet, but it's been a very good day for Austin Blasky, who has now jumped into the lead and holds a 30-point lead over how about a Fresca. So Blasky's got both Casey and Kuchar, who are rocking first place points. So actually, Blasky will come back a little bit. He won't have 430 once the tie gets broken, presumably, because they're both getting first place points right now, but a very good position for him. And then the fact that John Rahm has been flying up the leaderboard. This is a really, really good looking lineup. And it doesn't even include Harris English. So there's your leader right there. Sean 9972 in third. It's probably SO Tool if I figure out what it is, but I like Soto Old 1990 better. It makes me think you're a Juan Soto Ole Miss fan. And then Zach Amu is in 5th place, the final current winning position. Okay. Casey and Kuchar tied for the lead. Both of these guys played well recently. Match play? Yeah, I think they might have played each other in the match play finals or Final Four. And then I think Kuchar won to get to the finals against Bryson, and then Bryson won it. Pretty sure that's how it happened. But both of these guys have been playing decent as of late. Let's do 5 more. Holes 10 through 14 are now in the books. And we've got a solo leader. Paul Casey has extended with 3 birdies in his last 5 holes, has extended to a 2-shot lead. Scotty Scheffler rebounds a little bit, and look at this. I'm going to keep taking my victory lap. When I said relax, ROM owners, he's coming. It's fine. Relax. He's coming. And he's not only coming, he's here. He is in a tie for second, 2 shots back because he's birdied 5 holes in a row. This is the dangerous aspect of Jon Rahm that I was surprised to see so many of you pass up on him. If you've watched any of Spreadsheet Golf over the past 5 or 6 weeks, this is what he does. Got off to a slow start. You probably could have got really good live odds on him after his opening 938. Probably could have got him at 70-1. Not at my book. Someone else's book. Someone would have given you that. Now he's 2 shots off the lead. Kuchar bogeyed 12. He's 3 back now. Sung Jae hanging in there. He's 3 back. Let's find some of the bigger names. Bryson in 9th. 6 off the lead. Where'd Rory go? Rory dropped to T26 here. He's not having a bad day. He just hasn't done anything. He birdied number 3, and he's parred every hole since then. So it's not like he's playing poorly. He's just not going anywhere. Stuck in neutral a little bit as everyone else passes him. Jordan Spieth's got one of the better back nines coming in. Vegas has a 30. Okay, so here we go. Rounds of the back so far. Rahm is 4 under. Morikawa, Putnam are 3 under. Spieth, and who's this? Matthew Fitzpatrick, 2 under. Those are the guys playing well at the moment. Let's see if we can get 1, 2, 3, 4 more holes. We will wrap this up. We'll see who the 54-hole leader is. Who's going to have to sleep on the lead down in Hilton Head? It's going to be called Paul Casey, and it's going to be at least a 2-shot lead. Let me check this here. I see a 2-shot lead. Yeah, okay. So Paul Casey, a very nice second 9 here in round number 3, where he finishes a clean 5 under on the back, 30 to finish 8 under on the day. Wow, that's a great round. But besting that round is Johnny Rahm, who has now gone 72 in the first round. I don't know what he shot in the second round. 5 under, 66, and then 62 in the third round. He is in solo second. Scotty Scheffler, Sung Jae Im, Harris English, all tied for third, 4 back. Snedeker followed up his 60 with a 71. So he's gone 72, 60, 71. That actually sounds exactly like Brandt Snedeker. This is a little scary how realistic this can be sometimes. Rory in T20, he finished okay. Birdied 3 of his last 4, bogeyed 16. But he's in 4 under for the tournament. Dustin Johnson, that's a name we haven't called in a while. He's just been slowly working his way up the leaderboard. He went, his opening round was 3 over, goes 4 under and 1 under in his next 2 rounds. Brooks Koepka's in dead last, ladies and gentlemen. It's not been a good run for Brooks in spreadsheet golf. Hasn't really contended all that much. Currently in dead last, 7 over par. Ricky Fowler's down there too. He's been all over the place in spreadsheet golf. Webb tried to make a little bit of a comeback here, right? I mean, he's got two consecutive rounds in the books under par. It's just not enough. The 5 over in round number 1 is, you know, it cooked him. Rounds 2 and 3 have been fine, but Webb hurts. All right, let's check out the contest leaders here. And look at this. Before I even sort, we've got a new leader. So Austin Blasky, who was 30 points clear last time we checked this, no longer. Sean 9972 has taken the lead. That is a John Rahm, Bryson DeChambeau, Sung Jae Im, Cam Champ, JB Holmes, Harris English lineup. Cam Champ is 10% owned, which means only 5 of you have him. JB Holmes, where is he? 12% owned. That means 6 of you have him. Austin Blasky remains in second. How about a Fresca in third? Lakers Taylor, I believe, our defending champion, in fourth. Jay Haas, 13 in fifth. Followed closely behind Yo-Yo Picks 1 and the Mojo King. Yo-Yo Picks and the Mojo King, they each have a couple of lineups hanging here. But all of them are out of current paying position. But as we've seen, that can flip pretty quickly. All right, we are headed to the final rounds. It's Sunday at Harbortown. We've got 1 round to go. Paul Casey, can he hold on to his lead? We know it's in his career, wins are few and far between for Paul Casey. Jon Rahm is the hottest player on the planet. Rounds 2 and rounds 3 are absolutely scorching. Scotty Scheffler hanging. Sung Jae hanging. A lot of guys close by. Let's get the first 9 in the books here. So this will be round 4. Holes 1 through 9. And then we'll slow it down a little bit as all of this starts to shake out. But we are going to have a really good picture of who's in contention. If I do this right. Of who's in contention. And who is in the paying positions. Right now. Thanks, Kevin. Oh, okay. And Lakers Taylor did not win first through 71 holes. There's always something going on in spreadsheet golf. All right, here we go. So 9 holes in the books right now. Let's go back and see if Paul Casey still has a lead. He does not. Wow. And look who jumps into the lead. It is your reigning Honda Classic real life champion, Sung Jae Im, who, wow, he has fired some unbelievable 9s in this event. He goes out in 5 under 31 to take a 2-shot lead. Paul Casey has gone out in 1 over and is 2 shots back. Jon Rahm, very colorful scorecard. 3 bogeys, 2 birdies. Nope. 3 birdies, 2 bogeys, 1 under. He's 2 back. Then there's a 3-shot gap to Harris English in 4th. Scotty Scheffler has backed up. Matt Kuchar has backed up. Those guys both over par. Brandt Snedeker, outside of that 1 round, hasn't put it together. He's out in 40. That's 4 over. Morikawa out in 41. That's 5 over. Wow. Wow. Where else are we at here? Furyk, he was popular, I think. Out in 33. Might be too little too late for him. But Sung Jae Im has taken the lead, which I now think we are going to have some pretty big changes on the scoring leader here. And I'm wrong. Sean 9972, who had Sung Jae, remains in the lead. How about a Fresca's going to move up? So here's what we've got. Sean 9972 in the lead. How about a Fresca in second? The Mojo King in third. Yo-Yo picks one, and Austin Blasky rounding out the top five. Again, this is what we're playing for. 367 up top, 122 for fifth. So you get nearly 5 times your buy-in for fifth, which I like. Makes it worth it, right? You don't turn 25 into 48 or whatever. You turn it into 122. All right. So we've got 9 holes in the books. Let's do 3 more. Let's do 3 more and see where we stand here. Because we are now on the back 9 on Sunday. It's the final round. Sung Jae Im trying to hold this out. I don't think he's won a spreadsheet golf event yet. I know DJ's won. I know Rory's won. I think Webb has won. I know Bryson's won. I know Molinari has won. I think that's it. I might be missing someone, but we've not had a Sung Jae victory just yet. And he's going to stay in the lead. 2 shots clear of Jon Rahm in solo second. Not a ton of movement on this back 9 in the last 3 holes. Still a 2-shot lead. Casey drops another one. So Paul Casey, unless he can turn this around pretty quickly, or unless Sung Jae comes back to the field, it's not going to be Paul Casey's day. Harris English solo 4th, Bryson solo 5th. We are remaining relatively consistent. Our top 10 or 15 guys did not move in the standings. Did not move. There was a little bit of movement down here in 20 to 25. Not much movement at the top. Still a Sung Jae 2-shot lead. Let's do we're gonna do 13, 14, and 15. 13, 14, and 15 here. This is really coming down to it. 13, 14, and 15. And we are official. And Sung Jae's extending. Sung Jae Im now 3 shots clear at 18 under over Jon Rahm. Paul Casey 4 shots back. Not much movement here. This is basically the same leaders we saw. Sung Jae, Rahm, Casey, Harris, English, and Bryson all by themselves here. The best back 9 rounds so far. Rory, a little too late. He's going to be in a tie for 15th at the moment. He's a couple under par today. Phil, this might be Phil's first top 10 in spreadsheet golf. Don't quote me on that, but he's currently in 11th. The best back 9, though, Jonathan Byrd. Jonathan Byrd is 3 under par, which is the best back 9 of the day. This looks like it's going to be Sung Jae's, unless something drastic happens, which it could in the last 3 holes. We'll go to a scoring update. The top 5 paying positions are going to remain the same here, it looks like, although 6th and 7th are moving. But it's still Sean 9972. How about a Fresca, the Mojo King, Yo-Yo Picks, and Austin Blasky in the top spots. Let's do hole number 16 here. As we come down the stretch, we'll see if Sung Jae can avoid disaster, which is really the only thing that would stop him from winning, I believe, at this point. 3 clear with 3 to play. Yep, and he just birdied number 16. So I've sent the order. I'm instructing my engraver to start putting Sung Jae's name on the trophy. He's got a 4-shot lead with 2 to go. Now, the big implication here is that Jon Rahm just made double on number 16 and has been passed by Paul Casey. Additionally, that is going to bring Harris English up into a tie for 3rd with Jon Rahm. That might be an implication for fantasy lineups. Let's go see. It isn't. Wow, they're holding strong here. Holding strong. The top 5 guys not trying to give up their position. Sean 9972. How about a Fresca? The Mojo King, Yo-Yo picks 1, and Austin Blasky. The Mojo King is trying to get a second lineup into the paid spots. Currently has 1. Only two points back. So that will be interesting. What's the difference here? So Rory versus Rahm. Yeah, he's got some differentiators here. Interesting that both Sungjae and Paul Casey are in tier number 3. They are 1-2 right now. So you can't have them both. Let's do hole number 17 here. Again, barring probably a double here from Sungjae, this thing's over. At least at the top. At least at the top. Yeah, and he just keeps extending now. He's got his foot on the gas, everything going right for Sungjae. He is wow. He's 9 under at the moment. He is 9 under on Sunday at the RBC Heritage. He has a 5-shot lead. Pretty compact leaderboard after that. Casey, Rahm, English, Bryson, Chris Kirk up there. But Sungjae has extended. He's 5 clear with 1 to go. He's going to win this. We did have some movement here on the leaderboard. It looks like the Mojo King is going to get a second lineup into the paying positions. Look at this. Sean 9972 currently in first. I don't want to say he's locked it up because I don't want to jinx him like that. How about a Fresca? The Mojo King, Yo-Yo picks 1, and the Mojo King again. Yo-Yo picks 3, though, is just outside the money. So we might have 2 different guys with 2 cashing lineups. I don't know if we'll get there. And it will depend. Austin Blasky certainly in contention for a paying position. So while the tournament is not very much in doubt, the results here for our contest certainly are. Let's go back and sim hole number 18, hole number 72 of the tournament. It lacks a little bit of drama on the golfer side of it because this is going to be Sungjae Im's trophy to raise. But the implications of the other golfers are going to be important. There's Sungjae. He finally pars a hole. He pars 18 to finish 9 under, 62, 5-shot victory over Paul Casey. Jon Rahm, a very disappointing start and a very disappointing finish to this event. Everything in between that was awesome. But he finishes his last 5 holes at 3 over, which is a little bit upsetting. Harris English pays off all of the chalk with a tie for third. Bryson ends up in that tie for third as well. Bryson continues to be one of the most consistently good players in this format. Scottie Scheffler, a little bit disappointing on Sunday, an even par 71. That's his only round all week that wasn't under par. Rory finishes in a tie for 14th. Who else do we have down here? Webb Simpson did make a little bit of a comeback, but it was too little too late. His opening round 76 never allowed him to get into contention here, but he finishes in a tie for 33rd. Brooks did get out of the basement. He finished in a tie for 51st. Not much to write home about. Let's take a look at the actual winners of our contest here. And again, all results are unofficial until I validate them later. All payouts will probably come tomorrow. Takes me a little bit of time to validate, go through everything, send it out. Don't email me in 5 minutes and ask where your payment is. It will probably come tomorrow. They're unofficial until I validate them. Here we go. The winners. Sean9972 is going to close this thing out with a victory with John Rahm, Bryson DeChambeau, Sung J M, Cam Champ, JB Holmes, and Harris English. How about a Fresca? We'll finish second. You can buy some Frescas. The Mojo King is going to finish third. And then look at this. Yo-Yo Picks is going to capture fourth and fifth, moving the Mojo King out of that his second paying position. So here are your unofficial winners at the moment. Sean, how about a Fresca, the Mojo King, and Yo-Yo Picks? I will validate all of this. There are no ties in any of these positions, so we're good there. Here are the payouts. Okay, first through fifth. So again, I will validate and send out in the next, 24 to 36 hours or so, something like that. So bear with me as I go through all of this. But Sung J M is going to capture the Sim RBC Heritage. Now for next week, keep an eye out for a video on hopefully Monday, where I announce a pretty significant change to Spreadsheet Golf. I think you will enjoy it. I am going to enjoy it. And I believe we'll be ready to announce that on Monday, so keep that in mind. Other than that, much appreciated. You guys hanging out with me on this Saturday. Kevin, yes, plenty of betting systems in Google Sheets and in Excel. Check out my YouTube channel. Should be a lot of good stuff there. Or email me, but that's it for me. Appreciate your time this morning or this afternoon, depending on where you're at. I hope you enjoyed. Congratulations to all the winners. Congratulations to Sung J M. Talk to you guys later.